Hello everyone, Cousin Fed, and it's time for another edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of motorcycling, a whole lot of racing, a whole lot of clownishness, as usual. I seem to remember that we had a longer event here coming up, so let's go to the map. Let's see, where are my events? Where's the little orange thingy? Why don't I not see the little orange thingy? Not that orange thingy. Oh, there it is. Yes, full circuit, unofficial qualifying event. And it is, oh, it's just a qualifier, so it's not a particular number of laps. So I only have to do one lap, so okay. Must have just run out of time last time. How is everyone doing? Jumping right into it. Progressing through. I have, let's see, what season is this? 8. So I got 2 more seasons to do after this. And then we'll be moving on to another game. I've got 2 of them picked out. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see which one it is. And I don't need no practice. Wouldn't help me anyway. Actually, I probably should have went ahead and did the open circuit to the open world to drive there just for practice. Put it in. All right, track map again. Let all the little purple arrows get out ahead of me. Once again, I'm streaming this in the middle of old man nap time, 12:30. My poor cat gets mad on the weekends. He doesn't get to have his old man nap with me. He was playing like crazy earlier today. He's coming up on 14 years old, and he wanted me to chase him. We were chasing back and forth. He's still pretty spry, more spry than I am. Well, that's interesting. I'm pointed the wrong way. This is a counterclockwise circuit. You don't see that. Most of the circuits are clockwise. This one's counterclockwise. Probably because it's on the outside of the main course. The left half of it there is the main course, and everybody's pointed that way. All right, let's get going. Yes, and I am. Oh, sorry, it's raining. Gonna be motion blur. Noticeable motion blur. This is a stream replay, and unfortunately, the Xbox app no longer lets me set the bitrate any higher than 6,000 kilobit per second, which means even at 1080, I get motion blur. And I also can't do, if I could do 720 at 6,000 kilobit per second, that would limit the motion, really limit the motion blur a lot. I'd rather do 1080 than 720, of course, but the Xbox, or the Twitch app on Xbox doesn't let me do that anymore. They used to let me do that. But now they just have, 720, 3,000 kilobit per second, which has worse motion blur than this. So, anyway, it's very noticeable in the rain. I apologize for that. But somebody did I was posting on 720 earlier. I just switched to 1080 not too long ago. Once I got 100 subscribers on YouTube, thank you very much. Discord is still being worked on. I did take a day off this week from streaming, but that was not, unfortunately, to work on my Discord. I do have some videos built up. I am planning on taking some time off so I can work on my Discord and get new music files, stuff like that. But my roommate needed me to take her to an appointment because she broke her finger and hurt another one. Not in the same incident. She hurt one finger. What did they call it? Mallet finger or something? Oh! There's my first one. Yeah, she jammed it, and I guess she's either strained or torn a tendon in her finger because she couldn't straighten it, the end of it back up. And so she's got that in a splint for 8 weeks. Because it takes a while for those things to heal, and if it doesn't heal, it's just gonna, the finger's gonna compensate by stretching on another tendon and make her finger even more deformed and non-functional. So she's got that in a splint. Then she's probably gonna have to do like hand exercises and stuff. But then she also broke another finger on her other hand, ring finger on both hands. So that one is also in a splint. So anyway, she needed me to take her appointment. And I was all caught up on videos. I'm still, like I said, a little bit of ahead on videos. So hopefully I'll be able to take a little bit of time off and work on the Discord a little bit, work on want to get some more graphics for Twitch, more emotes. I got more emote slots. Also use those graphics for the Discord, and also background music. Right now I have only 4 tracks that play in the background, and you don't tell so much during a 45 minute to an hour YouTube video, but during an entire stream, if you're sitting there watching a whole stream for 3 hours, weekdays, Tuesday, Thursday, starting at 6:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, go for 3.5 hours. And then on Saturdays, again, 3.5 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. And then on Sundays, I do a bigger stream. Twitch.tv/RollCageUnderbyTV. Sundays, I do a bigger stream, play SnowRunner for like 6 hours, sometimes a little more. And yeah, if you're listening to the same 4 background tunes for 6 hours, it can get a bit monotonous. Although, probably wouldn't surprise you to know that most people don't watch the entire 6-hour stream. I have been known to watch, well, not streams, but not live, but watch VODs of, if there's some particular thing I want to watch. Let me watch a multi-hour VOD. I used to watch a lot of chess players streams, but I've long since given up on my ability to play chess any kind of competitive level. I can beat all of my friends, but you start playing online and realize how poor you really are. I never played any kind of organized chess as a kid. I learned how to play probably before I was 10 or something, but didn't really know how to play. I knew how everything moved, but didn't know anything about the strategy or anything. But then started reading and, you know, getting books and stuff when I was older, like in my 30s, and got pretty good. Like I said, people I knew didn't want to play with me anymore, because the problem with chess is you get to a point where you have to have a certain personality for it to be fun. If you are always winning or always losing, it's hard for it to be fun at a certain point, unless the result is somewhat in doubt. And chess has so many levels of skill that, you know, you've got on the lowest level, you got people that can't lose to other people, and those people that can't lose have other people they can't beat, and then they have other people they can't beat, and then they have people that they can't beat, you know, etc., all the way up the ladder for, you know, however many levels you go. I think I'm trying to remember what the ELO rating is, that it's like 200 is 3-1, something like that. Difference in ELO of 200 is based on person with 200 ELO higher should win 3/4 of the games, something like that. So if you figure, let's say 200 ELO is considered a level where you have a chance, with very little chance of winning. Well, the ELOs go from, well, theoretically 0, but really 400 is like the floor. Realistically, the floor, up to the super GMs are like 2,800. A couple of people are rated 2,800. Well, let's see, what's that? That's 2,200 difference, or 2,400 difference. So if you figure 200 is level, it's like 12 levels of skill, such that, you know, people on the level 1 can't beat anybody. People on level 2 can beat level 1, but not level 3 and above, etc. That goes up like 12 levels of non-competitiveness. So it's a game that once you get, once you find your level, there's only so many people that you can play, even online, that are going to make competitive games. Which I played online back when I was around 40 or so. I played, so I'm, we're talking over 20 years ago now. Whoa! Played online quite a bit, and got okay, whatever okay is. I think I got an online rating of, what's my online rating? 1,400, something like that, thereabouts. So, not great, but I could have fun with some people. I never could learn openings. I came too late, I think, in life to actually memorize. I never had interest in memorizing particular openings or anything either. There's versions you can play. I don't know if they've come up with an official name yet. Fisher Random was the first name where you scramble the pieces. I mean, there was random chess where you scramble the pieces, but Bobby Fischer came up with rules for castling that were different than just normal random chess, and get the pieces organized in a particular way, so king's always between the rooks. And if you don't know anything about chess, you can just watch the video. Do not to listen to what you're listening to. But then there's a move in chess where you switch king and rook. It's straight swap the position, but you move the king towards the rook and the rook on the other side of the king. They'll protect the king, and what Bobby Fischer did last and so far only U.S. Champion, classical champion. He invented, he tweaked the rules a little bit so that castling would, such that when you castled one side or the other, you would not, it wasn't based on where the pieces actually were, it was, you would send them back to the places where they normally are. The whole idea was to take out memorized openings, and yet still end up with positions in the middle game that are familiar. So it was more of a game of recognizing, being able to use rule of thumbs rather than memorization to open the game, but then after that the game would be familiar, so you wouldn't lose all of your pattern recognition to get you through the middle game and the end game. So I never got into that, though. I mean, not a lot of people were into it, but it was called Fisher Random Chess for a long time, and then Bobby Fischer turned out to be not a very good person later in life. Actually, he wasn't necessarily a great person, even during his prime, but turned into be a horrible person later in life, and so they tried to rename it. Now then they named it Chess 960 because there were 960 possible starting positions, which is not quite true. It's more like, well, because of symmetry, there are 960 starting positions, but because of symmetry, if it wasn't for the asymmetric castling rules, there'd really only be 480 positions because of symmetry, which is about the number of openings there are. So you could theoretically, memorize an opening for each starting position, but since you have no control at all over what the starting position is, players on the highest level, they have only a handful of openings that they really that they specialize in, because the two people can control what openings they end up playing. Anyway, but then they changed the name again. Now the name is something else. It's not just 960 anymore. They call it something else. I don't know, like advanced chess or ultra chess or something. I don't know. I don't keep up anymore. I know the candidates tournament was just held, and there's going to be the last World Championship. And when I mention these things, last was the same two people are going to play in the World Championship played last week. And when I'm talking about World Championship, I'm talking about for the classical time controls. Most people don't play with those kind of time controls because a game will take hours, because it's like you get an hour and a half for the first 40 moves or something. So you really have a long time to sit there and think, which is the ultimate way to play chess, because you can really sit there and contemplate each move very well. But you still have to budget your time. If you run into spend too much time, then you run into time trouble, and you can't. Then you have to rush. Okay, did I get my one lap in? I got my one lap in. And guess what? I'm at the bottom. But guess what? I don't care. Okay, let's. Oh, wait! I hear clicking. This game, only this game clicks like that. The microphone, I have to unplug it and plug it back in, and that seems to cure it for a while. Somebody told me there was a workaround that I can plug in the controller, but that didn't really work. I can clean the contacts on the mic, but I don't think that makes a lot of difference. But maybe I'll do that during my first break. Go to the pit box. And let's see. Live session. 3-second penalty, huh? Oh, how I got that? Probably cutting a corner somewhere. I mean, it had to be cutting a corner. Couldn't be running into anyone or false start, because I had, man, that gap is just, look at that. 9 people, the gap is under 8 seconds. The rubber banding in this game is really way too tight. It's so hard to beat even the last place people. Anyway, that's going to be enough for this. Yes, I qualified in last place, which I always do, because this game is very difficult, even though I'm playing on the lowest skill level. Much too difficult for me. I want to do this and change the weather. Get rid of the rain. Alright, let's see what's next. Let's see what the actual race is. It is full circuit. Only 1 lap though, so I got time for that. Alright, let's do it. A lot of times the races are 3 laps. It's only 1 lap. Okay, I'll do it. Then the season will be halfway done. So yes, I'm very public about my disappointment for the at least the career mode of this game. I know some people they just do laps, and the laps are beautiful, and mass start, that's good. They do laps around the main course and try to beat their own times and stuff, but we're playing against the AI, forget it. Most difficult, and it's raining again. Most difficult racing game I've ever seen against the AI. I can do better with like Assetto Corsa and Project Cars, which are really difficult to play on a controller, especially. But I can finish not last on those games against the low AI and with easier to handle cars. Assetto Corsa can get really difficult to play. With a controller. I used to play with a wheel, but I don't have a place to put my wheel anymore. Oh no! Almost saved it. I don't know of anybody that plays motorcycle racing with a wheel, so. But yeah, motorcycle games are more difficult than auto driving games, because 2 reasons. One, you can't fall off of your car while you're driving, but also the steering is much more responsive. In a motorcycle, you have to wait for your guy to lean when you turn the wheel, or you steer by leaning when you're at speed, and you have to wait for your guy to lean. So you gotta anticipate that. You can't lean too far. You gotta lean back into it when you're coming out of the turn. So it's a skill like anything else. People learn it. But yeah, this game in particular is really difficult. The reason I say I have 2 different games, I bought them both on sale. One really, really cheap. Most recently, like under $5, but it's not an arcadey game. It's also a pretty not a full sim, but it's a serious racing game. But the other game I bought is another motorcycle game made by the same people that made. I don't know if it's the same people. It's the same publisher, but it's Circuits, Closed Circuits. Rims, you've probably heard of it, but I don't know if Rims is going to be the game I play, because I'm going to have to test it out and see if it's of the same difficulty fruitless difficulty level as this, then if it suffers from the same problems this suffers from. I was saying, I know someone, good friend of mine, who plays. I say good friend because he's the only other person in the community I know that plays this game, and we've chatted a lot. I've rated his stream. He talks up my stream some too. So. LCK Racing. He plays this game, but he says he doesn't play against the AI at all. He just races circuits, and so he loves this game compared to Isle of Man 2, the previous edition, because it's, it handles really well, and you can really get into driving around. The open world is all takes place on Isle of Man, etc., etc. Oh, I was saying, somebody commented that, oh, you playing this game in 720, you should play it in 4K. It's like, well, I don't actually play it in 720, but I stream it in 720 and I upload the videos in 720. But now I upload the videos in 1080. But still, with the motion blur and everything, you can tell that it's a stream replay. But yeah, LCK he says, oh, he really likes the GT Isle of Man 3, and I said, oh man, I like 2 better because I can play the career in 2. I can't play the career in this game because 1 is it's ridiculously difficult, and 2, the rubber banding is so tight I can't even finish second to last on any race. Whereas at least in GT Isle of Man 2, if I didn't win, I had a chance of finishing, 3rd place or 5th place or something. But not in this game. The rubber banding is so tight. So yes, I'll have to see. If I haven't played Rims yet, to see. I'll start a career in that and see what it's like. I made the mistake of starting this game thinking that, well, I knew it was really difficult, but I did not play a career. I guess I did start a little career, but I kind of said, well, I haven't played a motorcycle racing game in a while, so I'll get better, and and I got better, but not close to better enough. I still cannot believe how difficult this is compared to every other racing game I've ever played. And I've played serious racing games. I'm not talking about, Road Rash or anything. I've played earlier versions of this game. I've played, I've played MotoGP, which I guess you could argue is not a serious sim kind of game. But I've played a lot of sim auto games. Like I said, it's of course Project Cars and Dirt Rally's still my favorite. The old WRC games, made by Kiloton, the same people that used to make this game. And I've got the new WRC game, which is basically a Dirt Rally replacement by Codemasters. They got the license though to do the actual World Rally Championship official game. But yeah, I was talking about chess, and did I finish that story? I think maybe I finished what I wanted to say. I've watched. In fact, everyone else that I've watched, I have not seen a single person. I've watched videos online. I've not seen a single person, including some people that I've used to watch a lot of motorcycle. Like KPG Gooner, he's done Isle of Man. I think he did Isle of Man 1. He did Isle of Man 2. He's done all the race games, which I have, and I can't even start on the race games too. That's another pet peeve of mine, is the difficulty level, both on race and on this game, is only against the AI. You cannot turn down the time requirements. in race 3, you could progress through the campaign without needing to win or podium or whatever every particular race. Along the way, you didn't have to play every race, every event. You didn't have to play every event. Oh, almost saved it. But the new version, you have to get past this first time challenge, and I can't get past the first time challenge because they don't increase the time depending on your difficulty level. The difficulty level is only based on the difficulty level is only based on the AI. So, and this game is the same way. I can never get in the final race. It's just in the final race. I never get in the final race because on the Superbikes you have to do the course in 19 minutes, and the fastest I've ever done the course is right around 23 minutes. I was on the Super Sport bike. So, this entire 10-season career is gonna be me not making it to the final race. There's another bug in the game where if you play a long race, the game sounds cut out, and so I used to play the final race as a free style race, but I don't anymore because the game sounds are cut out. I suppose I could play it with just like a 2-lap race or something. Maybe I'll do that. Although it would cut out before the 2 laps were out. I'd have to make it just a 1-lap race, otherwise the game sounds would cut out. So yes, bugs in the game, designs in the game make it a disappointment for me, but I didn't have anything else picked out until just recently, so I'm going ahead and go through with my 10 seasons idea. 5 seasons of Super Sport, 1 with each upgrade level, and then 5 seasons of Superbike, 1 with each upgrade level. So I am now on upgrade level 3 of the Superbike. I've done other series where I quit in the middle, but it was hopeless. But that's only when I got completely stuck. Like I did Age of Empires series. I just could not get past a particular campaign. And I was on the easier campaigns, like the last easy campaign I could do, and I could not get past it. And you can play Age of Empires available on the Xbox now, and they got a great interface for the controller. But so it wasn't the controller that held me back, but I played the game 20 years ago, and my brain doesn't think as fast as when it first came out. My reflexes aren't as fast. My nerves are definitely not as steady. And they also upped the difficulty of the AI opponent. And even though the layout of the scenarios is the same with a more difficult opponent, it's much harder. So I was able to play successfully 20 years ago. Assume that I could still play successfully through the campaigns now, but I was not able to, so I ended up quitting that. But that's the only series that I've quit early on the channel. I still feel guilty about it. I did have an open-ended Minecraft Let's Play go on, but I finally gave up on Mojang as a developer and stopped playing. Have serious questions about their well, everybody has serious questions about their ability to produce a quality product. They always lace it with so many bugs. And if you're doing a let's play of a game that suddenly you can't play it because something's broken on it, And I play the what's called the Bedrock version, and it's the more official version. It's not the Java version anyway. Not the traditional version, not the Java version, where you can play different versions. You can play in previous versions on that, but in the Bedrock version, I can only play the most recent edition. Unless they change that, I'm not going to play anymore, because they made changes that if they don't break things, they change things around such a way that it's not the same game anymore. So that's sad. I uninstalled it. Well, let's see. How did I do? Ninth place had a 21-second gap. My place has a 2-minute gap. So that's 6 times. 6 times? Yeah, 6 times the gap. So there you go. That tells you how difficult it is. Or how bad I am. One or the other. Or both. But watch some of my Dirt Rally videos. You'll know. I don't know why I hit that instead of the... You'll know I'm not that bad at racing games. I've played racing games more than any other type of game my entire life. I was never, not saying I was ever elite or anything. All right, what is this? I've got at least 10 minutes to go. It's a single section. I can do that. Is it raining again? Overcast. Good. And as per usual, we're going to skip the free practice once it loads. I'm playing this game also off of an external hard drive, so it takes a little bit to load. I'm playing on an Xbox One X, not an Xbox Series. I haven't switched over to that yet. Start event. Skip session. Yes, I don't want to practice. And start the qualifying event. And go to the track map. Wait till the blue arrows get out in front of me. Otherwise, they will run into you. I did finish 8th one game and 3rd one game and 1st place one race. The first 8th place I didn't do on stream. And I discovered later, after I finished 1st, I suspected when I finished 3rd, but then I confirmed when I finished 1st that it was because of a bug. The AI ran into each other, and when I finished 1st, it was every single AI was like spawning on top of each other, and so they kept wrecking in themselves, wrecking, so that they couldn't progress any farther. I just passed through the whole field on the last lap after being, 2 minutes behind or something. That was pretty bad. It was 2 minutes, right? What was it, a 15-minute race? 15-20 minutes? All right, let's go. I'm eating pretzels as I usually do because I chronically never have lunch before I stream. But I should. But I don't. I'd just rather be rude chewing on stream. So yes, thanks. I've got a spate of new subscribers recently. Thank you. Like 12 subscribers in the last few weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. Not because of this game, I'm guessing. Although maybe people like to watch other people have pain. Also on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@rollcasetv. Civilization 6. Weekdays at 6 p.m. on the YouTubes, and streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. And SnowRunner, big SnowRunner on Sunday, big SnowRunner stream, 5.5, 6 hours, 6.5 hours, somewhere in there. And then that's released. Oh, I flipped the curb. That is released weekdays at noon U.S. Central Time. Those are the main games that are on my YouTube channel. And then on the weekends I have racing. This game Saturdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. And then Saturdays at noon is Dirt Rally, because Dirt Rally 2, because the official club is still going. And I think by the time this goes out, I will have the May club will be have been posted on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Spoilers though, there's only three parts when there's usually 4 parts. I still don't know how that happened. You don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the last Dirt Rally. May 2024 part 3. Yeah, in 2025 I expect to have the new Xbox going, set up, and be playing the EA Sport WRC, the Dirt Rally 2 sequel. All my racing friends, shout out to the Barrel Rollers and the Nate and World Rally family and Rex Cave Club, all those people I don't play with anymore because they're all moved on to the new game, and I can't play the new game because I don't have the new console that I need to play the new game. So it's a shame. I still rate them and talk to them and stuff, and chat with them on the Discord some. Although for a while, somehow they changed over how rating works and the web interface. I hit the raid button, and it used to be you hit the raid button on the web interface, and it would come up with a list of people you follow. It was sorted by number of viewers they currently have from highest to lowest, and that would always drive me crazy because they only show like 10 people or something like that, and a lot of times the people I would never think about rating would show up at the top of the list. Like I said, like chess, chess streamers that have 1,000 people or something. I'm not going to rate them. But now they changed it around, so there's a whole different interface, and I was having trouble figuring out how to do it because I click on the button and then it changes the screen and it does whatever. So I have a second tab open now. So if I want to raid, I get to switch to this second tab and look to see who there is to raid. I raided someone, a friend of mine, speaking of Minecraft, someone I used to play Minecraft with. I miss those people too. I miss all my online friends. Play games that I can't play or don't play anymore. There is a song. Goes by Lady Song. I think on Twitch. Is she there is a song? Some numbers. Anyway, goes by Lady Song on Discord. Um, I tried to raid her last week, and I think the raid went through, but I wasn't able to see it, and because it had all these different windows pop up and stuff. And so I haven't messaged her on Discord to find out if the raid actually went through. She's probably like, "Oh, thanks for the raid, Roll Cage. How was your stream?" And then crickets, because I actually wasn't there. Oh well. I don't know. I haven't checked. A lot of the other Minecraft friends I made, they don't play the Bedrock version anymore. They don't play it, and they never played it. Always play the Java version, or don't switch to the Java version. Which should tell Mojang something if more people are switching to the Java version than are switching to the newer version. No, I thought I could race to the finish line. Oh, I might get to find out. No. I find out what would happen if you wreck just before the finish line. So that your bike goes over, but you don't. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. Uh-oh. Yo, okay, that tells me the answer. The bike went across the finish line without me. Yes, I was wondering that for a long time in this game. What would happen if you wrecked just before the finish line and your bike crossed without you? Or I don't know if my person actually crossed. Maybe my person crossed the line too on the wreck. But if you cross the finish line, or your bike crosses the finish line without you, or you cross the finish line off of your bike, they put you back behind the line. And that's what they did. They put you back behind the line. Now, in real life, what do you do? If you cross the finish line and your bike crosses without you, do you have to go walk the bike back across the line? I mean, that doesn't happen in a car, right? You don't fly out of the car, but in a bike race, that could happen. Okay, and that session. Where did I qualify last? By how much? How many times? Only like 4 times. That's not bad. Looking on the right side, gap. Number 9 place was 20 seconds behind the leader, 21 seconds, and I am 1 minute and 16 seconds, so under 4 times the difference between me and him and the leader. I guess I should look at, between me and the leader and him and the leader is like 4 times the difference. So, give me my 5 reward points and get me out of here. All right, well, that's going to be it for this section of the stream. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this episode. The next episode will be out the next weekday at 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So either way, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. I will see you then.